Look, I don't want to worry you, but the last time we met Daryl Hall and John Oates, they weren't the most successful duo in rock history. They were probably the most successful duo in American chart history at the time. But now it's official, you are the most successful twosome.
Ah, yes, I guess that's true.
Did you wake up one morning thinking, aha?
Felt very successful one morning, yes, so we woke up feeling that.
You know, in the battle of attrition, we win.
Yes.
It's a long, drawn-out affair.
We're relentless and we
right.
never give up.
Daryl Hall and John Oates are with us on Late Night Radio 2 tonight, and it's been a long time. It's been 6 years since the last album.
Uh-huh. Right.
And on the liner notes, Daryl, you say thank you, and you also say it's been not necessarily a long war of attrition, but it's been a long, drawn-out process.
Mm-hmm.
I'll actually quote it.
Yeah, what exactly did I say?
My tongue's tied. You say, it was a long and drawn-out labor of love that took many twists and turns.
Ah, yes, that was describing our career and that album, and the new album, both.
Would you care to elaborate?
I could. I would be glad to, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see. Well, shall I talk about the career or the album in particular?
Just the album.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
We're only here till midnight.
Okay, right, yeah. So let's see. Well, we started this album one way. We started it with we got persuaded by our old friend and ex-manager Tommy Mottola, who at the time was, up until recently, was heading Sony Records, and he said, "Well, let's try and do an album for old time's sake." So we said, let me think about that. And we did think about it, and we went, okay, we got nothing to lose, what the heck, you know. And we went in and we started a record with Sony, and immediately upon starting it, we realized that it probably wasn't the right thing to do. Because we just aren't cut out for the modern corporate world. Things have changed a lot in the music business, and they haven't changed in a direction that we really feel comfortable with. But we did, in the beginning process, get to work with a team over here, run by Brian Rawling and company, who were a bunch of they were great producer songwriters, and we did get a lot of good songs out of that situation, but we weren't happy with the corporate decisions that were being made in the direction that we were all being pushed into, and there was a lot of international phone calls. Why don't you guys do this and make it sound like this? And it was really going against everything that we believed. So we walked away from all that and restarted the record. So there's the twist and turn.
Because you always seem to be, number one, I may be wrong, but you always seem to be a pretty democratic duo. You always seem to be able to come up with the goods yourself, and you never seem to have done things because they seemed fashionable at the time.
No, we're anti that. We really are. That's how we've sustained ourselves.
Pop music has sometimes been in our favor, and the wave of popularity and style and fashion has kind of come our way and then left us, and we've kind of maintained a steady course. But now I think it's back. We're in sync with the times. We're in sync with, I think, what people want to hear, and I think our style of music is something that people seem to want to hear again. So here again, we've been kind of maintaining, but we're, I guess, on a high part of the wave.
Well, melody and harmony.
Yeah,
it's
singing and songwriting, and that's what it's all about.
Substance.
Yeah.
Okay. Who we got with you tonight? You got T-Bone, who's been with you for
T-Bone
at least 30 years.
No,
20
20 years.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
he joined us in 79.
So
yeah.
23 or 24 years. And John Corber, who is a new member of the band, he's only been with us for 2 years.
He's normally on keyboards when we play live, but he plays guitar as
We're
well.
all multi-instrumentalists.
Okay, so sing us a song.
How about if we do a new version of an old song? Let's do Man Eater.
Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3, 4. She only come out at night, the lead and hungry type, and nothing can do is see to hear before. Watching and waiting, ooh, she's sitting with you, but her eyes are on the door, on the door. So many a pain to see, what you think, you get it for free. The woman is wild, and she can't tame by the perfect jaguar. Well, mine doesn't matter. If you're in it for love, you ain't gonna get too far. Oh, no, no, no. Ooh. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, shoot you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll shoot you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. I wouldn't have found with you. I know what she can do. She's a deadly man. She could really rip your world apart. Mind over matter. Ooh, the beauty is there, but the beast is in the heart. She's in the heart. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll shoot you up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man eater. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll shoot you up there. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. All right. Should chew you up, baby. All right now. Ooh, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up, yeah. Oh, here she comes. Watch out. She's a man eater. She'll chew. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. Oh, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. You got to watch out, boy. Watch out, girl. Oh, here she comes. Watch out. She'll only come out at night. That's right. Oh, here she comes. She's a man. Eat a baby, eat a baby. Oh, here she comes. She's a man eater. The woman is fine. Oh, here she comes. Oh, she's a man eater.
Maneater from Daryl Hall and John Oates, with T-Bone and John on backing guitars, if you will, and some vocals. Is that how you write them? Is that how the songs come together?
On this new album, definitely. There were so many songs that were written purely on acoustic guitar, just sitting around strumming and banging them out. Yep.
And who has the final vote on whether it goes on an album?
We all know.
Yeah, it's one of those things that the best thing wins. We recorded a lot of songs on this record. I would say, all in all, probably written and demoed close to 30 songs, and the ones that seemed to fit together and just the ones that people responded to are the ones we stuck on the record.
Okay. I see Ton Rodgren's on here on a cover of a Greg Alexander song
Right,
that
right.
New Radicals did. Their second single over here. So they're not all Hall & Oates songs, and you got some of your old mates back.
Yeah.
Because it's been about nearly 30 years since you worked with Todd.
With Todd, it's been a long time. I was working with Greg. I met Greg. Actually, I met him a while ago, but we got together again recently. And for this album, we were trying to come up with some ideas because I really respect his songwriting. And our schedules sort of conflicted, and we didn't really get a chance to complete anything. But in the process of doing that, I heard some of his songs, one of them being Someday We'll Know, and I really liked that song. And that was supposed to be the New Radicals single before they broke up, so it never really saw the light of day in the big picture. And I thought, my first thought was, this sounds like Hall & Oates and Todd Rundgren. So we called Todd up and said, why don't we make that real? And that's what happened. And we wound up doing a summer tour last year with Todd, so it all worked out very nicely.
Is it that easy? Because we read about that in the paper. You know, my people phoned his people and stuff, but you just
Well, with
phoned them
Todd,
up.
Well, we were
we've known
actually
Todd
on the
for
road.
so long. Yeah.
We were on the road with him.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just finishing up the tour, and so, you know, we had rehearsed in the studio before the tour, and after the tour was over, he just came back to the studio.
But it really was just
Yes,
as
it was
easy as
easy.
calling him up, because he, as I said, we grew up together, so we're old friends.
Okay, celebrating your 30th anniversary this year as Daryl Hall and John Oates. Does it feel like 30 years?
It feels sometimes like 130 years.
Yeah, and sometimes it feels like a day.
3 years, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I get the impression that record companies, the industry at the moment is always keen to embrace the new star.
Sure.
But nobody, and they're keen to celebrate people who've been around a long time.
Yeah.
But nobody seems at the moment to think that anybody they sign now is going to be around for, say, 20, 30
I
years.
know, which is sort of...
They won't be if the record companies don't nurture them and try to help them along. That's the whole point, and that's one of the big negatives, I think, it's with the big music business in these days. People just aren't nurturing careers. They're not trying to develop artists as career artists.
I'm noticing even, to elaborate on that, this is something I've noticed that, because we're trying to put together, in America, we're trying to put together packages to play in large places in the summertime. And traditionally, there was a new band would go out with a veteran band. That's the way it always has been as long as I've known the music business. Now, this shows you how things have changed. Now, nobody wants to do that anymore. The new bands don't want to do anything with anybody outside of their own little world. And the veteran bands don't seem to want to bring in young people. I don't understand. The whole continuum has sort of snapped, and it's one of the many problems in the music business that's going to just have to change if things are going to get better. But there's so many things that are wrong inherently with what's going on right now. But I think it's so bad that it can only get better.
Well, presumably there's bands out there and other songwriters that have your records in their collection and made you think, I'm going to play that. And
No, we have new artists come up to us all the time
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, well, you changed my life," or "I learned how to write songs after listening." And this is all real, but that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way we were. We venerated the people, that were our seniors or whatever, and that's the part of the musical continuum. That's the way art works, and it's just all screwed up.
We've certainly found it on a creative level with the songwriting. The people the guys we wrote with here in England were all fans of ours. Slightly younger generation version of, but they grew up with our music and they brought their sensibility and their version of our music back to us, and we recreated something. Billy Mann, who's also a big part of the writing team on this record, it's the same way.
yeah, Mick Hucknall has been going around singing "I Can't Go For That" for years and years and years, and said, "Look, I've got to make a single out of it somehow." And he didn't just take the sample; he actually used it as the body of the whole
Yeah,
song.
yes,
It's more than just
Yep.
that. Let's have another song then. You
Okay.
played an old one.
Let's play a new one.
Well, do it for love.
Yes, the title
about
track.
that?
Do It For Love.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would fly 10,000 miles through the pouring rain just to see your face. I'd bare my soul to a total stranger just to sing your name. And I'm not ashamed just to love you. Into every morning I would change my name and run away. I won't do it for money, I won't do it for pride, I won't do it to please somebody else if it don't feel right. But I do it for you, at least I'll try. I don't need any other reason. If I feel it deep inside, I'll do it for love. I'll do it for love. Oh yeah. What I do for love. I would write your name across the sky so the world could see what you mean to me. Would sing my songs at the top of my voice to an empty room, just to dance with you and to love you. Into every morning I'll leave the world behind in a slow down. I won't do it for money, I won't do it for pride, I won't do it for pride, I won't do it to please somebody, I won't do it to please somebody if it don't feel right. No. But I do it for you. At least I'll try. At least I'll try. Don't need any. I don't need no one. If I feel it deep inside, I'll do it for love. Oh, yeah. I'll do it for love. Yeah. What I do for love can take us anywhere at all. Anywhere, anywhere, anywhere at all. I won't do it for money. I won't do it for pride. I won't do it to please somebody. Please somebody. If it don't feel right. But I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. At least I'll try. At least I'll try. Don't need any reason. If I feel it deep inside, I'll do it for love. I'll do it for love. What I do for love. I won't do it for money. I won't do it for pride. I'll do it for love. I won't do it to please somebody. What if it don't feel right, but I do it for you. At least I try. I'll do it for love. I don't need no one. If I feel it, if I feel it, one love, all love, true love, with love. For love. What I do. What I do for love. One love, our love, true love, our love. For love. Oh, what I do. What I do for love. Wow. Ooh, ooh. Here we go.
Title track from the new album from Daryl Hall and John Oates, Do It For Love, an album that has been 6 years in the making, is that right?
No. It's 2 years.
Let's say two and a half.
6 years since the last one.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
30 years in the business, let's stop reminiscing, but how's it changed? It must have changed a bit.
Well,
I think the things we just spoke about are part and parcel of the whole thing. We were lucky. We grew up in a time when record companies signed an act, and they stuck with us. We made a lot of creative mistakes. We did a lot of interesting experimental things, but it was all steps taking us to where we needed to be. And we were really fortunate that we had record companies that supported us and stood behind us through that. So I mean, to me, that's the most glaring difference between what's going on today.
Yeah, people
but I
have
think
the-
it's changing.
well, is it changing? I don't know if it's changing. But,
Well, I think a company like
I mean, Blue Note is certainly what
like
they're doing with Nora.
They'll
but
stay
I-
with Nora Jones,
Yeah.
and they'll try to. I'm sure they're going to develop her, and she's obviously a talented person.
But she had success from the beginning.
Yeah,
so
she-
it's easy that way.
yeah.
But how
Her
about
second
somebody
album's
who's sort
gonna
of
be
just
difficult.
I mean,
Imagine how many creative people are out there, young kids who
Yeah.
who might have something really great to offer, but never get the opportunity to do that.
Okay. Listen, we haven't heard the live date yet. You did an live exclusive for Radio 2 a couple of weeks back, and it's out this Saturday night. How did that go for you?
Fantastic.
they all go good. We love to play live. We're consistent. The audiences are what I notice over the years is they accept the new stuff, they embrace the new, and they're with us when we change the old stuff, because we do update it all. When I say update, I don't know about updating. We change it all the time. We're always sort of rethinking the old songs to make them sound like we just wrote them yesterday.
But there's and by the same token, I think there's certain elements of the classic songs that we always maintain.
Yeah.
And then what you do is the arrangements evolved around these kind of key elements, so that we never lose the. I don't really like going and hearing a band who a song that you love and you really recognize, and there's you've almost memorized every note, and then not getting something from that.
So we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that.
But
I was trying to
but we do.
qualify
Yeah,
that.
but we do change them.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you got the records anyway, so you want to see you do
There
it
you go.
live and do
Yeah,
it differently.
Well, the live band we have is so good, and we have so much fun doing it. And the band is a very big part of our show. I mean, it is the show.
I tell you, I used to see you a lot in the '80s, and you played the Wembleys and you played the Hammersmith gigs and stuff, and you were louder than Bon Jovi.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was good or bad.
Well, the sound man maybe got.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, we have a great sound man now, so I don't know how. We'll be just the right volume. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
funk power. We're going to give you some funk power.
Hey, listen, thanks for turning up tonight.
All right,
I know
thank
your
you.
schedule's just mad busy at the moment, but Daryl Hall and John Oates and John and T-Bone have been with them as well on Late Night Radio too. It's good to see you again, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.